What is up, guys? Zan from Forward Progress Madden. In this video, we're going to talk about a very overlooked part of Madden, and that is the kickoff game and the kick coverage in general. In real life, we're seeing the Patriots use this type of kick in which they kick the ball short of the goal line and get their kick coverage unit down the field to tackle the ball carrier before the 25. And what this is doing is it's causing the teams to have to return kicks because they're scared if they let the ball land, then it may not make it to the goal line, and now they're in a situation where they're backed up inside their 10-yard line because they have to run backwards and pick up the ball, and that's a bad look. What I've done is I've gone into the Ultimate Team mode and looked up my kickoff starter and what his kick power is, and it's 91, so that matches up with Mike Nugent of the Cincinnati Bengals. So I've gone into practice mode and started to practice this. What you want to do is we're going to do kind of a coffin corner kickoff. Basically what it is it's a kickoff that's going to be landing somewhere around the 5-4 yard line, somewhere in there, and in the corner, to the point where we're going to bait our opponents into clicking off and moving to let the ball land, because they think that if the ball bounces sideways, it could end up in a touchback, or I'm sorry, a illegal procedure, legal kickoff out of bounds penalty. But what we've figured out is that when your opponent lets the ball bounce, the ball actually bounces straight up in the air and only goes about 2 extra yards. So if you kick it down to the 4 yard line, it's going to land and then stick at the 2 yard line. And a lot of times what happens is after the person moves their player out of the way, the computer goes back to retrieve it, and they'll do the dive on the ball and roll into the end zone animation, which can lead to getting some cheap safeties if your kick coverage unit gets downfield quick enough. It also ends up with them having to take the ball back out of the end zone, and a lot of times you're going to pin your opponent inside their own 10. So let's go ahead and show you how to do this. You're going to take this green meter. You can see the little green kickoff laser, and you're going to basically take it to the right until it starts to rumble. You can see that it intersects around the 15-yard line. You can see that little white line going across the field, right where the green, the white line, and the hash all intersect. And you want to take it back until basically you're just until the controllers are starting to rumble. You don't want it rumbling heavy because you might kick it out of bounds if you have too much power. So just there, and then what you want to do is you want to kick it about where the blue and the green meet. Now, I actually clicked this early, so there's a chance that this could be too close to the sideline. But typically what you're going to see is the ball pops straight up in the air, and you're in a situation right there where that may have been a safety, because typically what happens is the computer, when they recover it, they will automatically kneel the ball if they can take a touchback. But if they realize that they're in a safety situation, they'll try to run. So in this example, this may have been a safety. Let me take a look. Nope, that's actually a touchback. So he just ran out of bounds there for a touchback. But this isn't that bad of a scenario. Typically, if you learn how much kick power you actually need, and you can land this ball about 1 yard shorter than that, you'll be in a scenario where they'll have to return this, and you can get a lot of free hit sticks, a few fluke safeties, and hopefully some more fumbles and extra possessions out of this kick. So labbing this is only going to benefit you. So I know that you guys are probably laughing because this is a special teams trick, but after you learn this, I promise you'll never kick off any other way, because this is a way that, can end up winning you some ball games from time to time. So again, you want to kick it about where the green and the blue meet. And you can see that if you do it this way, the ball will end up landing short of the goal line. Hopefully this will be a good example. Yep, just like so. And that may have been a safety as well. So we'll go ahead and keep kicking a few of these here just to keep showing you. If you notice that you're kicking it into the end zone a little too often, you can either move the kick a little bit further left, which I don't really recommend. I want to kick it as far into the corner as possible, but it's up to you to try to take a little bit off the kick meter to try to land this ball short. So this may have been a little bit too short. I'm guessing this is going to land around the 5 or the 6, but actually it didn't. And you can see right here, that time if you don't get it far enough into the corner, the ball will just kind of sputter on you and end up going in the end zone for a touchback. So you want to get this as close to that hash mark as possible to kind of get them into a situation in which they're going to let the ball bounce and it won't reach the end zone. So it's going to take you a little bit to learn this. This is actually, it might be a perfect kick. That actually would have been out of bounds at the 1 yard line because the computer tried to scoop it. And that's the benefit of this kick, that when you rarely do this where it's going to land out of bounds, the computer is oftentimes going to touch it before it lands out of bounds, which means that the receiving team is going to take the ball at the 1 yard line. So take a look at this. It doesn't land. This means that he's going to get the ball at the 1 yard line. So what your opponent's going to do is they're going to click on, move out of the way, and then somebody else on the computer is going to go and try to field this. And this is pretty much, you're very rarely going to take the illegal kickoff penalty if you do this kick right, which this is actually a perfect example of what can happen. You either get a situation in which they roll into the end zone for a safety and have to bring it back out and you tackle them short of the 10, or if they muff it, you're going to start on your own 1. So hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I just really felt like this is an aspect of Madden that is overlooked by quite a bit. And I think a lot of people are going to start doing this now, but this is a part of the game that I feel is very untapped as far as tips go. And this could be a fantastic way to improve your game. You can see right there, that's a perfect example where the computer realized, oh, shoot, I'm in a safety. So hopefully you guys like this video. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Until next time, this is Zan, get in the lab, and good luck.